Whoa. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh, Easter. Happy Easter, people. Yes. Well, let's get rid of that so we can actually see what's going on here. Oh, wow, that's really blurry. Yeah, Easter. Traditional holiday where we forget what day it is, like I did. I thought it was Sunday. It isn't. It's Monday. Which is going to confuse me for about a month, I reckon. So here we are. This is set up for manual focus, which is why that whole thing's out of focus, because it means when I show you a miniature, let's pick a miniature, that should be in focus for you. And look at that, it is. Gosh, aren't I clever? No, I aren't clever. Right. Well, it's been a couple of weeks. I've had a bit of a break from live streaming because, so we're back for as long as we can. I'm in a bit of a hobby slump at the moment, I've got to say. I don't know why. Just one of those things. I've got loads to do, absolutely loads to do. I've got to retouch an entire World Bird Bearers army in time for the end of June. Finding the springs to do that is difficult. I've got loads of Eldar to paint. I've got another secret project on the go, which I've got to do. I've got scenery and stuff that needs painting. Made a start on that. Yeah, there's loads of that needs painting, but I've just got no mojo at the moment, and I don't know why. But you know, I'm here. I've turned on the camera. I'm streaming. My one and only fan is in the audience, so that's good. Hello, Mick. So we're going to crack on. Space pirates, YAAARRR, YAAARRR. It's pirates in the space. Thus proving the existence of the flying spaghetti monster in the 40k universe. Space pirates, of course, being the brand spanking new. Gosh, that was almost out of focus. Eldar Corsairs, which are really cool. So this is from the Nachman set currently. One thing about the Nachman set, I don't know whether if anyone's caught my post on Instagram. The Nachman set is incomplete. If you get the Nachman set, you will find that this piece from the crane is not included in the set. You will need another set in order to complete that. So that had me riled when I got it, but I'm okay now. Right, Space Pirates, yeah. Sneak preview. There's my test model. I'm not gone particularly grimdark with this. I think I might continue in that vein. They still look okay alongside the Banshees and such, so we're okay with that. Yeah, they look alright side by side. So we're going to continue in that vein. I don't know whether to have them all in some sort of uniform, or whether to go with a more sort of piratey individual kind of theme. So I think we're going to make it up as we go along and see what happens. Right, okay. Obviously I didn't get these primed. Moments before coming on I realised I didn't have any tissues nearby for wiping the brushes and things, and my pot of water was empty, so I had to go and refill that. Yeah, that's how on the ball I am at the moment. How's life with you guys? So there's my, what's he called? He's got some strange name in Eldar, but he's basically the leader of the group. And I've gone with the Void Guard being the elite choice. So that's a good start, isn't it? Yay! Right. Okay, so first I'll be demonstrating how to glue a miniature properly. whilst I was building these, I had an unfortunate mishap. And the front of one of the torsos of one of the guys pinged off into the void somewhere, so I'm man down. I don't think I'll ever find that thing again, because my carpet is grey and mottled, and there is computer stuff and cableage and all sorts under my desk that I don't want to interfere too much with, lest I injure myself. So I suspect there will be 9 of these guys for the foreseeable future. Right, let's get that down back together then. I'm using Citadel glue. Well, I'm using the Citadel glue pot because I've run out of Citadel glue. What's actually in it is this stuff, which is much better. But the problem here is the needle applicator gets clogged up, so I've had to transfer the contents of one of these pots into there. Right, anyway, I'm sure that's fascinating for everybody. Get a little blob of glue in the head hole. Put the lid back on the applicator so it doesn't dry up. And put the head back on the miniature. Yeah, she looks okay. There's a few mould lines around, and that looks grotty. I'll deal with that. Something I've found, and posting on Instagram particularly, is you will always get someone coming along and going, "Oh, there's loads of mould lines on there." I don't let it bother me too much, because honestly, if the only fault they can pick is mould lines, then the miniature probably looks okay. And if they're picking fault with mould lines, well, they need to have a nice long look at the life, really, don't they? Right, okay, let's deal with that as well, because that does look quite grotty. Yep. Head back on shoulders and leave. Right, okay, so I will do her last or not at all this session. Right, let's get some paint laid down on these things. Hey Google, turn on the compressor. Thingy I want to get all the particulates and guff off the desk, because I've been basing on here. That is the one bad thing about using this the base ready mix from Gaming Scenics, is you tend to get little bits of stuff everywhere. But it does look very cool. Right, there we go. Right, let's get some paint in here, get some primer on these miniatures. Right. Oh, that's looking a bit on the thick side. A little work there. Scale 75 black surface primer. Oh, and of course, because I haven't used my airbrush in a while, that doesn't work. So we'll try and fix that one with it. Oh, what did I leave dry in there? Oh. throughput. Okay. There we go. So I'd have to give this a proper clean afterwards, but it'll do for now. So there's just a bit of dried paint in there from the last time I used it. So the needle just needed a little bit of wiggling, which is what she said. Maybe it needs a bit more wiggling. Top tip, clean your airbrush. Otherwise, when you come to do your live stream after a week's break, nothing will work. I'll pop a bit more thinner in there. Give it a bit of a bubble through. Pardon me. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, it's working. Well, we're going to get this done quickly before it stops working. How's everyone's Easter been? Mine has been very, very chilled. Had a barbecue with the family on, was it Saturday? Yeah, it must have been Saturday. So I dusted off the smoker and got that going. Made myself some brisket, took that round to the barbecue. It was very well received. A little on the overdone side because I fell asleep and left it in there for longer. I would have wrapped it in foil a little bit, but anyway, this isn't a cooking channel. Yeah, I use foil because I can't get butcher's parchment here very easily. Bit of hobbying. Yeah, I noticed you'd bought another buttload of Stormcast. First stage is admitting you have a problem. So for those of you who don't know, Paul was asking if anyone had a particular Stormcast army, and everyone was saying, no. And Mick being Mick, that he couldn't get away with saying no, he had to say not yet. And within 2 hours, he had the army. Within 3, he had it assembled and probably primed, and he's probably painted it and played 6 games with it by now because he's an absolute monster. Is your head attached properly, missus? Right, yeah, let's give it a go. Well, we've got what black paint in here. I'm trying to get a reasonably thick coat of this stuff on because I think I might actually have to get a different primer to use because this has a tendency to just rub off. Which is what she said. Way! Right, do I have anything else on my desk that I can apply the rest of this primer? Yes, I do. Right, okay, let's get some. Let's bring a warlock or two. Told you I had some Eldar to paint. I bought quite a lot of Eldar. I have quite a lot of Eldar, not because I'm a meta chaser, although I will freely admit that I can't play for toffee and need every edge that I can, but because I like the look of them. I will probably, well, I will definitely never play them competitively because I don't play competitively. The one and only time I did play my Eldar, they got their tails pushed in by my lovely little narrative list where everyone fit in a transport. Got its tail pushed in by a list that was put together in about 5 minutes by a 13-year-old at the time. So that's how good a player I am. Oh, I forgot to do so much in that game. In absolute fairness, the 13-year-old in question is a very good player. So I don't feel too bad about it. Any more for any more? Yeah, let's. So I'm just covering up grey plastic at the moment for things that I have on my desk because I've got paint left. And this day and age we have to make economies lest we be unable to keep our lights on and not be able to buy entire Stormcast armies at the drop of a hat. These are at least still on vague theme for Space Pirates, but hey. Oh, seeing as I've shown them, I might as well show the thing they go on. Yeah. How's that? So I may have started down a dark path. Hello and welcome to watching priming coats dry with Rogue's Little Figures. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I just need that extra little bit of squidge out of it. Yes, come on. Come on. Yeah, that'll do. I'll paint you later. Right, you go over there. You go over there with him. Right, okay. Oh, right, let's give this a bit of a wipe out. Wipe out. I'd say that ages me, but it doesn't, because that was out long before I was born. See? You don't have to apologise for being late. Hell, I was late. Hi, Kren. How you doing? Happy Easter. Right. Get some more water through there. There we go. Right. But there are rules. If you do arrive late, you have to bring up sweeties for everyone. So, what was I saying? Do you see no white? Yes, yes, I do. Large flat surfaces, yes. And it did look very cool. For anyone wondering what the heck I'm talking about, Kren has been painting some scenery. Some MDF scenery, and asking for tips from me for some inexplicable reason. And he's posted pictures of that up on the community Discord. If you don't have a link to the community Discord and you want a link to the community Discord, there is a link for the community Discord. How many times can I say community Discord in one segment? In the description for this very video, you will find a link to the community Discord, which will take you to the community Discord and allow you to join the community Discord. However, you may well need to wait until the end of the live stream for me to give you a role so you can actually see anything in the community Discord. And that's about all there is to say about the community Discord. Any other advice anyone is willing to impart? For I am not a great painter. Neither am I, Cran. Neither am I. I think a lot of the time the only thing that separates me from anyone else is practice. Well, that's true of anyone really. If you practice, you will improve. Right, okay, where am I going with that? I think, right, okay, let's get the zenithal on it. Rather than going with inks straight out of the gate, we're going to go with... not that. Oh, where's the thing I need? That thing making a noise in the background is the compressor. So we'll sort that out. There we are. That ought to stop it. Right, okay, maybe we will be going with inks because I can't find the primer I was after. I've put it somewhere. Which is something you would understand if you could see the literal bomb site that is my... That's thinner, that's no good to me. The literal bomb site that is my office at the moment. No. Okay, we'll use ink. We'll use ink. To the devil with consequences. Right. Get some white ink in there. There we are. Probably way more white ink than I need. Okay, cool, that's coming through nicely. Pick a direction. This one's going to go all over, sort of hit it up with a little bit so there's a bit of grey to start from. And it's a case of picking the direction the light's coming from, which is like sort of that-ish. And zenithal away. Doing it this way saves you so much time. Anywhere that you want particularly bright, give it a bit more of a sploosh. Instant light and shadow. Zero effort. You can do this with a dry brush, but I'm not going to because I like zero effort, and doing it with the dry brush is not zero effort. Zero effort involves just spraying things and it coming out perfect. Dry brushing involves getting the consistency of the paint right and making sure it doesn't get too dry or too wet and blah 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 blah, but it can be done. In fact, there's a whole school of painting which involves dry brushing white or light grey over a black undercoat. It's called slap chop or something. And it is very quick and produces some quite cool results, I'll give you that. But it's essentially what I'm doing here. spritz from below, so we've got some little bit of differentiation. And then from above, of course that's when the compressor stops, because of course it does. Right, there we go. That's quite striking. Hello Jamie, how you doing? Happy Easter. Right. Time to clean the airbrush again. I think we're almost done with the airbrush actually. Nearly. Oops. Yeah, let's just knock everything, get everything even more out of focus than it already is. In fact, let's turn autofocus on, see if we can't improve matters a bit. Nope, that has improved precisely nothing. Autofocus, why are you a thing? Nope, that has made things immeasurably worse. Let us undo that. There we go. There we go. Now we can see things again. We just can't see them when they're down on the table, that's fine. Right. What I might do is get a little bit of yellow involved whilst we're here, because it's part of the colour scheme and I want to get a nice even base down on things before I start mucking around with yellow. So you can see when my palette gets so mucky, can't you? I really do envy all these other YouTubers with their pristine work surfaces and things like that. You wonder how they actually apply paint to things. Right, I am now looking for... Oh, there it is. Right, okay. Give this a little whiz. A little bit of, come on, yellow ink. Bit of yellow on there. That looks absolutely rubbish under the lights, but Okay, I guess I'm going with the uniform approach after all. What this will mean is I'll have a slightly more greenish tone to the turquoise that I'm going to be using on these guys, where it interacts with the yellow. But that's not really a bad thing because I'm trying to tie them into my BL tan, who are obviously green, so I want a little bit of green in there. Let's see if Gren's lying about that autofocus trick. Nah, we hates it, precious. We hates it. And now we've got Gackle. Oh, why do I listen to you? Right. There we go. Yeah. Oh, bored now. Right, okay. Nope, we're not bored. We'll carry on. Right, pick a mini. Pick a mini, any mini. What are we doing? Are we doing the leader, or are we doing the trooper guy, or the duelist, or the spirit seer, I think. Yeah, well, you know. Alright, we'll try it your way one more time. Autofocus on. Ta-da! Like that, like that. Nope. Nope, it still hates it. It still wants to focus on the background. But this is what you wanted, so you get it. There we go. Out of focus miniatures. And an autofocus that keeps trying to focus on things. Yeah. No, we hate that. Right. Next colour. Next colour is going to be... Oh gosh, is it that? I can't remember the recipe. Oh no. I think it's going to be this. Oh, what camera am I streaming with? I don't know, it's black. It's a Logitech of some sort, I can't remember. I'll find out and tell you later. Okay. It's nothing special, it's a webcam of some sort. Right, this is a Hellion green, which is more blue than green. Keeping a miniature at centre point when you're painting it is easier said than done. A lot of these tutorial videos you see, they'll they film it from a lot further out and then use the editing software to keep the focus on the miniature. But when you're doing it live like this, it's a bit more tricky. Right, have we decided which one we're painting yet? One, two, three, four. Any more for any more? Crane, you're interactive. You can tell me which one. Tell me which you want me to paint. 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's okay, then done. Right, I'm going to choose in a minute. What else can I paint whilst you're waiting? Basic trooper the first, then move on to the nice ones as a reward. Reward? Right, okay, basic trooper first then. Okay. Have it your way. Hey Google, turn off the compressor.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Don't defy me. Turn off the compressor. Hey Google, turn off the compressor. I don't think she did it. Right, this is Achelian green. Hey Google, compressor off.
Okay, turn the compressor off.
Okay. Too late, Mick. Too late. The choice has been made. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, Mick. Could have been inundated with Russian spammers, Mick. But no, you weren't paying attention, were you? I might have had to deal with them myself. Such times are these when your moderator nods off, eh? Right, I'll see how that interacts with the yellow ink. It does go a bit more green there. You can see that. That's interesting. I might use that in a later miniature. Oh, bollocks. I mean, well, I wonder if there's a feature for bleeping things out in post-editing for live streams. Guess we'll have to find out. And of course, when I said it, I had to be right next to the microphone, didn't I? Yeah. because that's how my life works. So I do like these pirate miniatures. They're very pretty. It's just a shame they don't really have many rules to support them. And they can't have transports and things of their own. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, they'll end up with an army of renown or something like that. That would be cool. See what I mean about keeping miniatures centre stage? It's a struggle, and the struggle is real. This brush might be on the way out. You see what I mean about that zenithal creating the initial levels of light and shade, which adds another dimension to these contrast paints, which you wouldn't get just painting straight over a flat colour. Bandolier things. That cloak. What am I going to do with that? See, if they were a little bit more sort of Drukharian feel, I might be tempted to do that as human flesh, but they're not. They're kind of a midpoint between Drukhari and Craft-World Eldar. And I don't think they'd really go in with the whole flayed human flesh, or any other flesh for that matter, cloaks. I don't think anyway. Right, let that dry. Let's green on something else. Let's do her. bit of flying. Let's get a bit of water in that brush as well. Thin the paint a little bit. It's coming out more blue than green, unfortunately. So I have a remedy for that, which I will apply later. I do kind of like this colour. I'm going to have to use it more often. Got no idea what I would use it on now. Brush has nearly had it. Still comes to a point. So there's life in it yet. What time are we on? Wow, an hour already. Right, let's get some more paint on this dude then. The Achillean green away, and we will reach for the there. He's over there as well. What colour did I use for the? Let's have another look at this one. Oh, all right. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I hope it was going to be a bit more exciting than that, but it looks like snake white leather. Right. Thinking this might be nice. I won't be dead. This brush. What's that? That's a 0. That's too small. I was experimenting with a new brand of brush. I am simultaneously quite happy with them and not very happy with them. So that can go in the nearly dead brush pot. for dry brushing and things. That's white spirit, don't want to use that. Where's the pot gone? There's the pot. That's some water out on there. Fresh brush, wet it down, make sure it comes to a point, which it does. Always wet it down before it goes anywhere near any paint. And these are just cheap synthetics. Pop that over there because I can see that as a disaster waiting to happen. So this is snakebite leather, going over all the leather, because that's how we roll. All we're doing here, all I'm doing here is getting the base coats laid down. Which is unfortunately not that interesting to watch, but it is a necessary point of the process. If you've not got base coats down, you've not got any. Oh my word! Look at that! Look at that! I missed a bit. There we go. I'll have to get another new brush now because we are going on to yellow. And I've found through bitter experience that it's a good idea to have a brush that you only use for yellows. So I have one of those. Alright, okay, let's start with demonic yellow. And some clean water. The same applies for whites. We have a brush for whites and a brush for yellows, and never the twain. is the only problem with these AP paints, is they're quite thick out of the bottle, so getting the consistency right can be a bit of a mission. Right. So spraying those areas yellow didn't really work. So we won't do that again. But what I just said was a problem with these AP paints is actually quite useful as well, because they're quite thick out of the pot, they do cover for days, which is unusual for yellow paints. I'm using AP yellows because that's what I've got. I don't particularly stand by them as being amazing paints or amazingly good yellows. It's just what I have. I will, however, say that they're not terrible. They certainly get the job done. Fiddle with the white balance on this camera because it's not, at least on my screen, it's not getting the right shades up on the screen that I'm using. But then you're here to watch me paint and listen to me prattle and not fiddle with my camera, so I will do that at some point when I'm not live streaming. Oh, it was nice to have a little snapshot of summer this weekend, I'll tell you that much. It was nice to be able to turn off turn off the central heating and just sit in the garden and realise just how much there is to do in the garden and die a little inside. Right. So, once we've got the yellow out, we might as well do the yellow on the other miniatures as well. I much prefer summer to winter. It means I can sit and look at nice weather rather than sit and look at not nice weather whilst I'm sat in my office doing office things. So what I was kind of worrying about might happen has actually happened, and the ink that I used, which is why I was going to use primer, the ink that I used for the yellow and the white is getting reactivated. And pulling away from the miniature, which is less than ideal. Because it leaves your yellows looking blotchy. And because everyone thinks yellows are really complicated to do, and I must say they're not simple, because everyone thinks yellows are really complicated to do, if something on your miniature is yellow, they will focus on it, because people are like that. Ugh, people, you know? Present company accepted. I differentiate between people and individuals. Individuals can be great. People, jerks. Put these aside. How's that looking? Right, let's get another thin coat of that over it. Two thin coats. Put my yellow brush away for the time being. That's my white brush, I don't need that just yet. Alright, what are we going to do now? I think we're going to have to take the brush out of my mouth. And yeah, okay. It might be skeleton horde time now. God, there's just really nothing complicated about the way I paint, isn't it? It's just a snap-on colour. Contrast paint. Contrast paint over a zenithal and dress it up after that with the highlights and shades if need be. Hey CA, how you doing? How's life in Scotland land? Happy Easter and so forth. Hope you've been enjoying the weather, or do you not get weather up there? I don't know. Did it just drizzle this weekend rather than full on rain? Oh mate, that's not good to hear. What's up? Anything I can help with? Possibly not live on air. You might want to hit me up later if it's something like that. Gaming store closing at the end of the month. Well, that's not great. That's not great at all. I'd imagine not lots of them have been suffering lately. Where your closest would be. Is it Edinburgh you go to, or? I know you're up that way. Whoop. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with this cloak, but I'll get some colour laid down on it anyway, and I can make that decision a bit later on. Yeah, look at that ink reactivating, that's not great. Yeah, I need to find that primer, wherever that primer has gone. Is somewhere. You know, the minute I stop streaming I will see it, and then there will be violence. Right, what am I going to do with his mask? I think I'm going to make his mask metallic. I think that'll be one of the gold things I do. Actually, let's get it bone for the time being. and I can always go over the bone and metallic anyway. So. Oh, you see what I mean about the chipping? So I've seen a few areas I've messed up with the Kelly and green, so I'm just going to go over them with a little bit of wraith bone, so I can lay a different colour on top. Ugh, look at that. That's horrible. Okay, I'm falling out of love with these inks, you know. Really am. So maybe what I need to do is go over this cloak with wraith bone, and then I can hit it up with the bone again. A lot of the problems I'm experiencing, I must say, are down to not letting the paint dry properly between coats, and that is unfortunately a bit of a side effect of live streaming. So, I mean, if you were to leave the ink to dry properly, all this paint to dry properly, you wouldn't get half of these issues. But trying to do things quickly. Without giving things time to dry, you will experience these problems. A few highlights on there. Oh, Gala Shields, yes, I know Gala Shields well. Well, I say I know it well. I used to live there like ages ago, so I don't know it well, but I know of it. I'm surprised it had a game store at all, to be honest. I used to live on Mance Street, if you know it. No reason you should. Let's get a bit of... Oh, look at that. Gosh, didn't I do well? Guess I'm painting over that again now. A bit of voluminous pink here for accent colour on the little ribbon things they wear. And again we've got that problem with the ink reactivating. You know, I've not experienced it being this bad before, so I don't know whether I forgot to shake up the ink properly or what's going on. But it's not behaving as it should. Cat here. Literally all I need that for, because now we are reaching for the that might work a little bit better if it's got a bit of that in it. Rescheduled flash shade. Rather than doing contrast, I'm just going to add Rescheduled flash shade straight over the primer. Because I have not got time to muck about doing display quality skin. That most of the time, oh god, look at that. Again with the reactivation and pulling away. Alright. Alright, it's going to force my hand. Alright. Alright. Okay. Right. So we get a bit of Wraithbone there, get a bit of water in there, thin it down a bit. That's still wet. Just an extra coat of Wraithbone going over the top. Oh, Mick, no it's not, mate. It's looking terrible. I mean, I can fix it, but probably not whilst I'm on the live stream. It's going to take a while. Ugh. This is one of the, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong streams. But you know, sometimes you want to see that. And I'm more than okay with making the mistakes. As I explained at the beginning of the live stream, I'm not operating on all cylinders at the moment. And I'm on a bit of a hobby slump at the moment. This is just gonna need going over again in the Reichland flesh shade, and we'll paint that in Wraithbone whilst I'm here. Cover up my previous mistake. I think what I'm going to do with these segments going forward, these watching paint dry live, is just turn them into live hobby sessions, rather than trying to claim I'm tutoring anyone in anything other than how to make mistakes. I think that might be a bit more accurate to what's going on. I exist if only to serve as an example to others of what not to do. Right, let's get a bit more of the Wraithbone on the back of his head there. Wait for that to dry before going in with the Reichland flesh shade again. So what are we going to do in the meantime? I think it might be time to get a bit of a shade on that yellow. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to get not that. get some Casandora yellow going on. And we will use our yellow brush for that. I'm just going to pin shade to get a bit of depth and richness to the yellow. Bit of definition. And then the sash as well. Bit more of a glaze on that. We can go over this a few times, but I need to make sure the glaze dries in between. Which I'm not doing. As a compare and contrast, if you stick those two together, you can see what a difference a bit of that Casandora yellow actually makes. I think we need a bit more highlighting on the actual armour itself to get a bit more contrast going on there. But first, get that Rescheduled and flesh shade going on again. It's the ink I'm using, not the contrast, because none of the contrasts are called Rescheduled and flesh shade. That's the ink, but I have not got the name wrong. I am deliberately using the ink, so I think it ends up looking much better than the contrast. For a one-pass solution, I'm not going to bother with the eyes, because I never bother with the eyes. Okay, what are we going to do about that armour? I think we are going to get a little bit of Kellyan green out onto the thing. And we're going to mix in a bit of... We're going to mix in a bit of Corax white, just a tiny little smidge. This should have make a huge difference. There we go. What that will do, however, is completely destroy the contrast properties of this paint, but we don't care at this point in time because we're going to start highlighting with it. Right, what have we lost? Okay. And a little bit of master medium. Screen stuff wheel, master medium, which is basically matte medium, with a few extra bits stuffed in. And it's what I use. You can absolutely use Lamia medium for this, or whatever you've got. Go in with a little bit of edge highlighting. I don't quite do edge highlighting like everyone else. I'm a little bit more blocky about it. So if I think an area needs to be a bit more raised and not just the edge, I will do the area. So what we've got going on here is kind of a glaze, which isn't entirely what I wanted. So I'm going to fiddle around with that a bit more. Get a bit more Corax white in there. A bit more Arcelian green. Right. Let's try again. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. So again, I'm just picking out the raised areas like you would with an edge highlight. But in some areas I'm going to go a bit heavier. Just there. And I'm thinking again where the light's coming from and trying to keep the lightest highlights in that general direction. Already there's a little bit more definition on that leg. You've given up painting for the night, so you're literally just watching me paint. You weirdo. Who on earth just sits and watches people paint? Who would watch that? I work on the assumption that most people are hobbying, and I'm just on in the background burbling away, whilst people are heads down over their own miniatures. I can't imagine anyone's got me up on the big screen just watching me paint. I mean, if you have got me up on the big screen and you're just watching me paint, I mean, I guess I'm kind of flattered, but it's odd. Just a little bit odd. A little bit. A lot. Very. You should probably seek help. Right, so we've got a little bit more definition going on there. A little bit more contrast for very little effort. Yes, Cran, I did know you were odd. Are you at least painting whilst watching me, or are you... No, actually, I don't want to know what you're doing. Yeah, I knew you were odd as well. Is that the family big screen or the big screen you've got in the shrine in the cupboard? Those Basquiat races being the rest of the Federation, yeah? You sure you're playing Federation and not Imperium there? So not so much Confederation as Federation, as Confederation there, I think. Which, if you've not watched the latest series of Picard, I suggest you do so. It's rather good. Right, okay. Some more contrast going on there. He looks a lot better in person than he does on screen, I can tell you that much. And what are we going to do? We are going to get some... I'm going to deepen the shadows down a bit. With some Curlia, whatever. Curlia green shade, which will also add to the green tone that we're looking for. So we want to go in there between the armour plates on this thing and in the recesses. So rather than an all over wash, we're just going a recess shade with this. I say we. I am the only one painting it. Why do people do that? Why do all these YouTubers go, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do the other? Yeah, it's just you. It's just you, dude. You and your paintbrush. We're really grateful for your... Yeah, it's just you and your paintbrush, dude. Who's this we? You don't have a studio crew. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. And again, I'm painting things off to the side because that's how I roll. So this curlier green shade, like I say, is just going into the in between the armour plates and just adding a green note to the armour. Stop it looking too blue. That's got a song in my head. Kylie Minogue, eh? Good lord, whatever happened to you? Very early Kylie Minogue, that one. And I'm not going to sing it. I think we are approaching the point where an all-over wash is needed. Also approaching the end of the stream. So that I don't forget, I will start by saying thank you very much for tuning in. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe and hit the bell, and if you have any questions about what I'm doing, drop them in the comments if you're watching this later whilst it's not live, because I know some of you people watch it when it's not live. I do have Patreon options and buy me a coffee options if you feel so moved. Big thank you to Mick, who is a mega fan and my one and only Patreon subscriber, so you know that's how much of a mega fan he is. Right, I'm just applying here what I call my brown liquid, which, if you don't know, is equal parts Agrax Earthshade Seraphim Sepia with some Lamium medium in there. Just change how it behaves. Give this brush a bit more of a wash. A little bit too much blue in there for my comfort. And yeah, there's a link in the description for this video to my Discord, which has a very small and not particularly lively, but select, shall we say, community of lovely, lovely people. So you can come along there and chat painting, chat hobby. share your projects, get advice from wonderful people there, or even me. Right, I'm going to actually use this as I intended it to, as an all-over wash, just to get some actual shade and definition going on. I'm probably going to end up doing something else with this cloak. I can actually do different colour patches, but for now that will do. Yeah, this brown liquid's sort of midpoint between a wash and a glaze, so it's quite a useful little thing. Again, if you haven't worked out by now, I'm not going to win any Golden Demons competitions with my painting, but I will knock out miniatures so they will look okay on the table, at least from a distance, and that's all that I need, really. Just get a bit of that going on at the bottom, so there's a bit of weathering. There we are. I think we're getting there with this guy. Yep, I think in spite of the problems we've had with the problems I've had with the paint reactivating and everything, I think he's coming along. Not my speediest of speed paints, but I don't think I want to actually speed paint these per se, because they're all kind of individual character-ish characters. Okay, language is starting to fail. I think it's time I turned off the stream. So I'll do a bit more work to this guy, whilst I'm not also concentrating on entertaining you guys. And post pictures if I'm not up on Instagram and my Discord a bit later on, or tomorrow, or at some point. But for now, I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week, where there will be more of the same, hopefully better, and without quite so much paint reactivation shenanigans. But for now, I shall bid you all a very fond adieu. Good night.